Hey guys, it's Hayden Nather here again. So at this point I have been collecting enough computer parts that I think it's about time I made an inventory. So I thought I'd record this as more or less a filler video until I have actual projects that I can start recording and making videos on, because I have two plans so far, but some complications for them came up. So I have to wait to publish those. But anyhow, basically this is my entire collection of parts that I'm just going to be showing, and then I have an inventory app on my laptop here that I'm going to be actually putting in everything in. You guys don't have to watch that, I'm just going to do that off camera. So this is really just a video of showing everything I have. This is one of the few things I have that's brand new. It is a Xeon, I want to say it's a Xeon 310 BK. Yeah, that's what it is. You can see that tag right there. Which I put an Enermax Magma 80mm fan in. And this is going to be used for a build pretty soon, so expect that in the near future. I've also already unboxed it, you can tell, because I have the, I put carbon fiber vinyl on the side here. You can barely see that, but yeah, it looks nicer in a real world perspective. This is a Asus motherboard that I'm going to also be using for a different build. It's an AMD AM3 Plus A97 board, and it's a pretty solid board. It's quality, looks nice. It's blue and black, AMD like I said, which I realize I talked about not buying FX CPUs, but this isn't going to be for a gaming build. This is going to be for a more recreational productivity build on the cheap. It's a pretty budget build. And then this is a ASUS P5K SE LGA 775 motherboard, which is also going to be for a project soon. This is for a well, actually I'd rather not spoil the project because it's going to be kind of cool in my opinion. So you'll just have to see when that comes out. And then this is like for cleaning thermal paste. Is the surface purifier, and this is the surface cleaner. Yeah, it's the material remover for thermal paste, and it smells pretty nice. It smells very citrusy. If you live near a Fry's, or if you go on their website, it's like $6 or $7 at Fry's, and then it's like $8 or $9 online. So if you can, try and pick that stuff up at Fry's, because it's a few dollars cheaper and you'll save a tiny bit of money. This is another thing for a project. It's an ASUS, I can't actually find the name, but it's a Micro ATX ASUS board that's LGA 1150. I want to say it's the LGA 1156. It's second generation Intel, basically. And it's for another build I'm going to be doing. But that's all the motherboards I have. And then for CPU coolers, I have this row of OEM coolers. This one is from a 2008 PC that I pulled apart. It was like my grandparents' old computer. And then this is another 775 cooler. And then this is an 1151 Intel cooler that was actually the original CPU cooler in my own personal build, but I switched it out for a CryoRig M9i, which I realize is kind of ridiculous on a cooler that you can't overclock, or I mean a CPU that you can't overclock, and a motherboard that doesn't support overclocking. But it's more of a preservation thing. I just prefer to have it running cooler, so the lifespan increases, things like that. And then this is another cooler I have that I believe supports every modern LGA socket, so like 1155 through 1151, and then 775, and then AMD, it supports, if I can find it, yeah, AM2 and AM2 Plus and AM3 and AM3 Plus. But basically it's like it's a tower cooler that's made of all copper. It's kind of cheap, and the design is not very good, but I didn't need a particularly good cooler, so I just went with that one. And then same with this is for a project that I'm going to be doing. It's an HTPC Micro ATX cooler. It's one of those like weirder or more weird rounded coolers with that round fin design and then that small fan in the middle. You see it there. But it's from the same company as that. It's a Silenx, and then if I could find the model number on the box. It is a Silenx. It doesn't actually say what it's. Oh, EFZ92HA2. So if for some reason you want to buy it, it's like $9 or $10 at Fry's. And as far as I know, it's not incredible, but it gets the job done for lower TDP CPUs. And then this is another one of the few brand new pieces of hardware I have, not including these CPU coolers. It is a 8GB stick of DDR3 Patriot, I think 1033 megahertz RAM with this nice shiny looking blue heat spreader. And then this is just like a bag of miscellaneous DDR2 RAM. I have a few 1GB sticks in there and one 2GB stick, and then DDR2 laptop RAM as well. And then back here, which I need to RMA, this is a project with this, but it doesn't work for some reason. So I'm contacted the guy on eBay that I bought it from, and I will hopefully get a refund for that. And thermal paste here, nothing special about that. This is I think it's a Sound Blaster Audigy 2 PCI sound card. I'm too lazy to take it out of the bag, so sorry about that. And then I have this CPU tray here. Starting at the front here, we have a Core 2 Quad Q9400, down to a Q6600, a E8400 Core 2 Duo. This is actually brand new, never used, that I bought. The E8400, I mean. And then the fourth one in line here is an E6750. That's another Core 2 Duo. And then this last one is an i7-2600S, which is an OEM CPU that I bought pretty cheap on Craigslist. And then I just have some SOI and Crossfire bridges here. This is two-way SOI, this is three-way, and then this is a two-way Crossfire bridge because, believe it or not, some AMD cards, or at least the older ones, use Crossfire bridges. Oh, and then another CPU I have is the FX 4300. Again, not for gaming. This is for the productivity build. It's in there. This is brand new, never used. I already opened it just to check that everything's there. So yeah, that's that. And then this is that Radeon X. I forget if it's an X300 or an X600, but it's that potato graphics card that I sprayed with electronic contact cleaner. And then next to it I have what I am pretty sure is a dead HD 7750, and it might not look like one, but it's an XFX model that I custom wrapped with a vinyl, carbon fiber vinyl, kind of like on that case over there. But I'm pretty sure it's dead, either that or just the VGA port doesn't work, but I don't think that's the case. I will be very sad if it is completely dead though. And then this is just like a Dell OEM parallel, I think it's a parallel controller is what it is. And then all these graphics cards. I have a lot of graphics cards. So starting off here, we have an HD 6770 by Diamond. It's got this cool graphic here with race cars to signify how fast it is. And here's a good example of old Radeons. It's even got Crossfire lips that you can connect the bridge into. And strange power connector placement. And then this is a 9800 GTX Plus, which you probably recognize from the video that I actually made on it, depending on if you watched that or not, by EVGA. It's a 512 megabyte card, and it's pretty long. It's like, hold on. Okay, so I'm back with the comparison. But as you can see, it's about as long as a GTX 690, maybe half an inch shorter, but it's a pretty long card. And I'm not counting this as part of the inventory because it's actually dead, so I just kind of have it up on my desk, like propped up as a nice display item because I think it looks cool. And I like old NVIDIA cards because I'm NVIDIA trash. But anyways, this is a GTS 250. This is literally just a facelift of a 9800 GTX Plus, which basically what that means is it's pretty much the same PCB. It's got a different cooler, kind of. It's got the same specs. It's got the same basically everything, recommended power supply, power draw. It's the same card. It's just rebranded as the lower end version. Like it's the lower end side of the 200 series basically. And then over here is a GTX 460, which kind of a bad card. It's not the best. I might do a video on it if I ever get around to it and stop being lazy. But yeah, I got that. And then this is a $5 Radeon HD 3450, I believe it is. Yeah, that's the 3450. It's going to also be for a video, but this is one of the things I talked about. I can't do a video on it because guess who doesn't have the display adapters for it that I need to buy, but I'm basically broke right now. And then I have a second GTX 460, which I realize doesn't look like it, but I just have the heatsink and shroud off of it right now because I was going to cut up the metal from the heatsink to use in a different project. And then I also have a GT710 with a modified heatsink with a copper slug there, which it's not going to stay like that. That's for another project, which I will show you guys in a different video. But that's basically everything I have. I'm going to start putting it all in inventory, and then yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. I think I might have face revealed a few times in there accidentally.